Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Newcastle United. We're at the start of October, the 1st of October to be precise. In between episodes, it's not gone massively well. Obviously, last episode was the first match of the season and it was a 2-2 draw with Spurs. Reasonably promising. We then played Manchester United, lost 1-0, somewhat expected. Beat West Brom 2-1. Monasterio and Jean-Pierre with the goals, somewhat expected. A 3-3 draw against Southampton wasn't particularly expected. Arvin Appiah saving the day with 2 goals in this one. Joe Willock also scoring. Marlon Charles getting himself sent off, basically when it was 1-0. A 0-0 draw with Arsenal, actually not a terrible result either. And then this happened against my former team, a 4-0 defeat. I'm not really wanting to talk too much about that. And then Wrexham, where I basically got annoyed. After losing 4-0, I went, we're playing full strength. We played a full strength side, all but Wang, I think, was the only non-first team player in there. Obviously 7-0, Pierre Monasterio with 2, Rafael Santos Ball with a couple as well, and Joe Willock also getting on the score sheet. Sorry, Monasterio with a hat-trick in this one. And then we went back to losing ways against Liverpool, a 1-0 defeat here, where we probably should have got more out of this game. Today then, we're up against bottom of the table Brentford. We find ourselves, in 14th place. Obviously, it is early days in the season. A victory could potentially chuck us all the way up to, let's say, 11th place, but a defeat could potentially stick us to the bottom of the table, couldn't it? If all results go other ways. Let's just beat Brentford, shall we? I've also realised we've got 4 days until the Brentford match. I guess I'll see you in a minute. Football Manager really does some strange things, doesn't it? Andre Villas-Boas is the manager of Brentford and has been there since the start of the season. He went back to Chelsea. In 2021-2022. Fair enough. I guess that was after Lampard got himself fired. Or maybe just contract expired. He got fired, didn't he? Anyway, Brentford, obviously, I think they got promoted last season, find themselves bottom of the table. They would like to pick up a nice victory here to put them on 7 points, which could fly them all the way up to potentially 12. As I said a minute ago, we are not doing massively well, but this is a match that we should be able to win. Brentford are one of the worst teams in the league. And I mean that sincerely, in terms of ability, shall we say. Now, we're going to go for something slightly different. And by slightly different, I mean we played this against Wrexham. Was it Wrexham? It was Wrexham, wasn't it? And we also played it against Liverpool, which, despite the fact we didn't win, did actually put in a reasonable performance. We are going with the 5-2-1-2 wing-back gegenpress. Now, I've played this a few matches before. I don't know how many on camera, but I've played a few times. It's done okay, so this is what we're going to go with. In goal will be Freddie Woodman, who's just been called up to the England squad. Hopefully going to add to his 1 current cap that he has. Jakobsen, Johan Mylard and John Suter will be the back 3, with Joe Willock as a wing-back. He's actually doing a good job as a wing-back. Machimori is fit, perfectly fine, but Willock, we spent £35 million on him, so I'm kind of trying to justify playing him. Marlon Charles will be the wing-back on the left-hand side. In the middle will be Jamie Shackleton and Christ Cheule. I can never say it. I can say it in my head. I can't say it when I speak. Christ Cheule. Jean-Pierre will be just behind the strike partnership of Rafael Santos Ball and Nicolas Monasterio. I have just realised that Joe Willock is tired. I probably should have played Machimori in this game because, Joe Willock, he's 91, he's okay. He'll be fine at least until half-time. I have been playing around with some tactics off camera, and I've made a similar tactic to this, but with 3 strikers, which seem to work quite well. We've got an early-ish highlight, 7 minutes on the clock. Was a corner, it's cleared. Shackleton with the ball on the right, crosses in, loads of space for Cheule, who goes for goal, drills it into the bottom corner. That is a great goal for the Ivorian. By the way, he's 4-star current ability. He is technically my best player. We spent about £6,000 on him. That's a good finish from Christ as well. 1-0 up against Brentford, 7 minutes on the clock. As I was trying to say, I've been playing around with tactics. I've got a 5-2-3 formation, I guess, which seems to do well. I don't know how good it works though. We're currently battering Brentford. Jean-Pierre with a free kick just before the half-hour mark. At the back post is Johnny Suter, but his header is wide of the post. We're going to see the goal kick. Sanchez in goal for Brentford. Long ball over the halfway line. Charles heads forward. Don't know why he didn't control it. Jensen, Benrahma on the right-hand side for Brentford. He's got 2 Newcastle players for company. Loses out to Nicky Monasterio, who's got acres of space to run into. The Argentine keeps going, goes round his man. He's got no options in the middle. Gaitan's pushed him over. It's going to be a penalty. Is Gaitan going to pick up a second yellow card for that as well? I don't know whether he's allowed to. It looks like he is, you know. The referee's ran over to him. He's going to flash himself a second yellow card. Yes, he does. We have a penalty. Brentford are down to 10 men. It is going to be Monasterio. No, it isn't. It's going to be Rafael Santos Ball to take the penalty. Blasts into the back of the net. 2-0 against Brentford. This is what we needed. This is what we needed. We've only won once in the league so far this season, and it was against West Brom. If we can beat the teams that are quite definitely worse than us, we should be safe for another year. 37 minutes now, and it looks like Brentford are potentially going to have an attack. Jensen to Watkins in the middle, plays it backwards. On that left-hand side is Marlon Charles to steal the ball away, and the young Englishman can run forward into the space. Gets round his man. He's going straight for goal. Marlon Charles goes for goal himself, slides it wide of the far post. So far, we've only had 3 shots on target out of the 11, which is 3 shots more than Brentford have had in total. Jean-Pierre to Willock, the makeshift wing-back, who's not really makeshift, is he? Chaule across, finds Charles, who's very far up on that left-hand side. Ball chests it down into the area. He goes for goal. It's a great save from Sanchez. Wondering if we change this. Let's go attacking. It's Brentford. We're a better side. We're already 2-0 up. Let's just kill them. Let's just go for the jugular. It's Chaule with the ball inside his own half. Marlon Charles on the left. Has to go backwards, spreads the ball across. Willock can control it. Is there going to be a runner from Shackleton? Nope, goes back to Charles on the left-hand side. Go on, buddy. On the ground to Monasterio, goes for goal. Sanchez makes another save. We have another corner just before half-time. It's going to be Jean-Pierre to take the corner. Yes, it is. It's going to go towards the back post. No, the front post, sorry. Norgard can smash the ball clear. That's probably going to bring us to half-time. It does eventually bring us to half-time, and we are 2-0 up. We are dominating Brentford. They've yet to have a single shot, which means it's probably going to be a 3-2 victory for Brentford. I'm going to calmly say I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased. Let's not say anything else, because Nascimento was saying, don't say anything, don't overcomplicate things. No, that's a way to confuse footballers. Second half, and no changes for us. Willock's throw. Shackleton controls it. Back to Joe Willock on the right. Shackleton wants it again. Plays it to Chaule instead. Down that line. Wonderful pass. Willock collects it, crosses in. It's Nicky Monasterio. It's 3-0. The makeshift wingback Willock with the assist. Monasterio with his 6th goal of the season. We are starting to disappear without a trace against Brentford. We've also got a straightaway highlight, starting with a goal kick from Brentford. Jensen heads backwards. Watkins collects it. He's gone for goal from a long way out. Hits it wide of the post. That is Brentford's first effort of the entire match. Actually, a second, apparently. Brentford coming forward with the ball. Jensen plays it in the middle to Watkins in the centre circle. He's got loads of space. We've just given him room. Watkins has gone for goal once again from a long way out. Hits it wide of the post again. So if things stay this way, we'll move up to 12th place in the table. 9 points in the bag. This is more like it. 2 wins, 3 draws and 3 defeats. Not the best start, but we have played some very good sides. Right, 70 minutes in. We are winning. Haven't done any subs yet. So Antonio Gonzalez for Rafael Bor. We're going to do Shackleton off for Greg Huddle. Sure. You could be a box-to-box midfielder. I'm going to do all of our subs, aren't I? Jean-Pierre for Batista Maya. Maybe that's a better option. Nope. Maybe. Nope. Sure, we'll do that. Batista Maya can be a box-to-box. He's versatile. We've got a highlight straight away. The subs still haven't actually come on. Chaule loses out to Jensen, but Ray Charles... It's not Ray. Why do I keep saying Ray? Joe Willock's just scored a worldie. Why do I keep saying Ray Charles? It's Marlon Charles. Joe Willock with his 3rd goal of the season. 4-0 up against Brentford. We're still going to do our subs. Why do I keep saying Ray Charles? I just see Charles and assume Ray. Corner for Brentford. 12 minutes to play. Back post header clear from Willock. Dobbin is there. Dobbin looked like he was offside. Heads it well wide of the goal anyway. Final 5 minutes. We're going to do a get creative just to try and inspire some people. I mean, all of the subs looked complacent. Like, what's the point in coming on the pitch? It is a 4-0 victory. 32 shots, 12 on target, 7 not a single shot on target for Brentford. Very, very good day at the office. Actually, very good day at Brentford's office. Classy Willock on form. Look at that. Joe Willock, 1 goal, 1 assist from right back. Maybe, just maybe, we should train him up. There you go. I've made the commitment. Joe Willock will be a wing-back on support. It's probably a bad decision, but we're trying it. I mean, he runs with the ball down the right, knocks the ball past opponents, cuts inside from the wing. That's actually quite good for a wing-back. That result then does put us 12th place in the table. 9 points on the board. Obviously, only 8 games played, so we're doing all right. We need to go forward a little bit, don't we? Just to see how well Brighton, Burnley and a few other teams around us do, and then we'll see where we are at the end of the match week. Well, it's Monday morning, the match week is over. We've dropped down to 13th place, so who actually moved ahead of us? It looks like Brighton did, because they beat Spurs. Brighton beat Spurs 3-2, so they move up to 12th. We are in 13th place. It's going okay. Next episode, where are we going to go? Maybe Villa, maybe Watford. One of those two, that's my guess. someone in November, maybe even Bournemouth, not quite sure. Like I said in the last episode, I want to try and get this season done fairly quickly because I don't think this is very much basically a transitional season. We're not going to be winning the league, and I'm hoping we're not going to be getting relegated. We're just going to be mid-table for this season, maybe even next season, so I want to kind of go through it fairly quickly. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2020 with Newcastle United. If you did enjoy, do remember to leave a like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next time with a matchup against someone. I've already forgotten who it might be. Watford, Villa, Bournemouth, someone like that. We'll be back in November. There you go.